There we go.
Guys, is
All right. Hope everybody can hear me okay. How's everybody doing? We're doing a little Friday Night Live. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm wearing your hat. Did you leave it here? Yeah, you bought this hat, didn't you? Yeah, decided to go live on Friday night because, we didn't do a Wednesday, we did a Monday. So here we are. Hope you guys aren't mad. I might look like I just woke up because I kind of did. My whole sleep schedule was already, I was pretty much a night owl, but the other night when I did that video, when I filmed that video, my recent video, yeah, I didn't realize how long that was going to take, and I worked all the way until like mid-morning, like around 11 something in the morning. It took forever. Anyway, so my sleep schedule was a little bit off, and last night I didn't get to sleep until really, really late as well. So I slept all day, and now it's I pretty much just woke up, and I gotta fix that. Normally I go to bed late, but not this late. So here I am, looking like I just woke up. Sorry. But yeah, if you guys want to hang out tonight, we can do a little hangout here on a Friday. I gotta schedule another movie night too. I think it's too late to do it tonight, but we'll do that. If you guys are wondering what I mean by that is over on my Discord for Twitch subscribers and $5 tier patrons, we have subscriber only channel where we watch movies. I stream a movie and I commentate over it. We have fun, and we've watched a couple movies so far. It was a good time. We watched Seaspiracy, we watched Shaun of the Dead, and we watched The Little Things. I only started a little bit ago, so we've only watched 3 movies so far, but it's fun. The last video I did, it took so long. It literally took me, let me break it down just because I want to talk about it a little bit. So I did Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay did a vegan steakhouse dinner, and I've been hearing a lot about it. And I first saw it on TikTok. So I wanted to recreate it and see how it was. So I was going to do a whole video on it, and I didn't realize it is a very long, intense recipe. So first of all, it took me about, literally, I didn't think it was going to take this long, but it took me about an hour to go grocery shopping for all the ingredients, and I didn't even find everything. I had a few ingredients at home that I already had, but I had to buy, like I said in the video, almost 90% of the ingredients. So I bought all those, and it cost like $65, literally $65 just for like not even all the ingredients, because I skipped the mushrooms, I skipped the wine, so that probably likely would have brought it up to around $100, somewhere around there. I don't like mushrooms, I don't drink alcohol, so I bought some substitutes. I don't know how much wine is. I've never had wine, but I bought some grape juice instead. Still wondering if that was gonna like work or not, So, but I bought grape juice, and instead of the mushrooms, I just used tofu. I couldn't find mushroom. Well, I kind of did find mushroom powder, but it was like $25 a bag. It was like the reishi mushrooms. I don't know if that was what they were looking for, but I didn't get that. I had some like mushroom powder gravy mix that I used. It worked. So that was an hour of my time right there. Then, prepping and everything, setting up all the, the lights and the camera and everything, and filming the video. It took me around 10 to 11 hours from start to finish. And at the very end, so bloopers. Okay, so at the very end, when I'm like, oh my God, I'm finally done. I'm taste testing it. you know, like give my taste test. And then I'm like, all right, guys, like if you like the video, thumbs up, see you later, bye. Watch out for zombies, that kind of thing. So then I went over to turn my camera off because I was done, and I realized my camera was already off. So I'm like, what? Oh my God. So I had to go back to the video to look where my camera stopped. Now, before I made this video, for some reason I only have one memory. I've got a ton of memory cards, but I only have one that seems to work in this camera. I don't know why, so I have to buy more. It's 128 gigabytes. That's a lot of space on a camera. So before I started the video, I freed up a bunch of the space on there. I took a bunch of video footage off of there, put it on my computer, and I had about 78 gigs free. I'm like, that's more than enough, okay? But then I filmed for 10 hours and it ran out. So it ran out right after I taste tested it. So it didn't get any of my ending, anything like that. So I'm like, oh man, it's already like super early in the morning. I'm tired. So I take the memory card back to my computer and I take all the footage that I just filmed and I put it on my computer. And it gives me a time frame, and it's like it's going to take an hour. So now I got to wait another hour before I can even go back downstairs and end my video, okay? So when I go to end the video, I'm like super tired, and I'm like closing it out. I had to re-close it out and say, you know, like, oh, you know, thanks Gordon Ramsay, you know, subscribe, all that stuff. So yeah, that took a total of about 10, 11 hours. And then I knew it was going to take forever to edit the video. I'm thinking to myself, it's going to take maybe at the most 7 to 8 hours. But it took me like 12 hours, 11 to 12 hours. So total, all in all, the whole video took me like almost 24 hours for the video. And I'm like, all right, this is a Gordon Ramsay title. I throw it up there, and it bombs. It bombs. I don't get it. Like, it doesn't get hardly any views compared to how many subscribers I have on my channel. And you know, I don't think it's that people, this is the problem right now. Like, it's like, do I keep doing videos? Because my channel is, I feel like it's dying. I'm just being honest right now. And I don't think it's because people don't like my videos, because like it gets a lot of likes compared to dislikes. People seem to like it. New people that come on say that they like it. I'm just going by what you guys say in the comments. But what I think is happening is I don't think YouTube is showing any of my subscribers, well, a very, very small percent of my subscribers, my videos. So nobody even knows that I put videos out anymore because they don't get notifications. And there's something wrong with the channel. So I can't continue to do stuff like this. Like when I'm putting this much time and money into a video and I'm losing on it, like it needed a certain amount of videos just to even break even. So I'm thinking, I was talking to a friend. I don't know if is she online right now? I don't know. I haven't been reading the chat, but we were thinking of, and I thought about this years ago. I just, it's hard to like bring myself to do it, but making a brand new channel, I don't even know what I would call it, and re-uploading all my videos and see if that does anything. I don't know. Maybe like a new set of people will see the videos. I don't know. It's just hard to like start over when you've created something. I mean, I just hit my 12-year anniversary, and you know, I don't know what's going on, you know, like only like, yeah, the pandemic really had an impact on my channel, because the videos that I was doing at the time that got a lot of attention from you guys were the going to the store video and showing you what's new. And then everybody started like coming at me left and right. You can't go to the store during a pandemic. You can't do that. And I'm like, all right. So I stopped doing those videos, and like my channel just tanked. So yeah, that's where I am right now. I don't know what to do. So you don't see me doing all these like creative videos, like putting all this time and money into a video anymore, because nobody watches them. And that's why I had to stop doing those videos. You know, I just didn't have the budget to do it anymore, when, you know, I used to get hundreds of thousands of views, and now I'm getting like 2,000 views. And yeah, I'm just being honest here. Like, don't know. I know it might not be the best thing for me to do to say this out in public, but I am, because I'm genuine and I always want to be real. So yeah, the videos that I like doing the best are, unfortunately, they most of the time they do take a little bit of money to make, and I can't really do them by myself. I need other people, and it's just not as easy to get people involved, during times like this. So yeah, that's where we are. Oh, I got a text from my mom. Oh yeah, okay. How's everyone doing tonight, by the way? Oh yeah. I have TikTok too. Yeah, I do TikTok too. I don't really get any views there either. Well, that's what I started doing. Like, I started changing to more vloggy stuff because it's so much, it's so much easier. When I used to do those videos with like the zombies and the cinematography and the special effects, I mean, those videos would take forever, and I would be so proud of them. But they started not getting any attention. I don't know what happened, but so then I realized at a point, this is years ago, that um, it's weird because like I was doing these videos and I was paying for all of them with my full-time job, and then all of a sudden I went full-time doing vegan zombies. So now I'm like, oh, I'm doing what I love doing, but then it wasn't working anymore. So in order to continue doing what I was loving, but not making the videos that I really wanted to make anymore, I had to, like, instead of like making these videos that I was making, people were just like taking that camera and they were turning it around on themselves and being like, hey guys, welcome to my day in a life, and it was like, this is what I had, like, and then I found out, like, if I just went in front of the camera and talked about something, like, whatever, like, I think it's ridiculous that these ex-vegans are saying some of the things that they're saying. I'm here to reinforce your belief that you can be a vegan long-term like me. Like, I would say videos like that, and they would, like, blow up and get, like, 80 to 100,000 views. And I'm like, okay, well, that works. But then I would go back to like the cooking videos that everybody knows my channel for, and they would bomb, nothing. And then people would ask me like, why don't you ever do cooking videos anymore? And I'd be like, nobody watches them. And when I say nobody, there's still people that watch them. I know that I've got my like set group of supporters like you, and I really appreciate it. You guys watch most all my videos and give me support, and I love that. But when the channel no longer is growing, there's something wrong there, and it's scary because like this is what I ended up, back in 2016 doing full time. So this is my full time thing now, and it's, it gets worrisome sometimes. So I'm always making videos. I'm always trying to do something new. I don't know. Yeah, and I've done a lot of collabs with other people and stuff, and sometimes they do okay, sometimes they don't. Yeah. I mean, just for I don't know. I should probably stop talking negatively about this stuff. But yeah, I'm just thinking like out loud, like what if I just, because I have all these videos. I have hundreds of videos. What if I just, started a new channel and slowly started uploading, well, not like once a week, but like, maybe I do one a day just to catch up, and I put the very first video we ever did back with John, and I start uploading all those videos again, just so maybe a new set of people can see it. I really think, like, I didn't think it was a thing for a while, but I think my channel is shadow banned for whatever reason. And that goes for my Facebook channel, that goes for my Instagram, everything. Do you guys know that last year, early around this time, I hit 150,000 followers on Instagram, and I put up a picture of like, I put carrots on a white background, and I put the carrots down to say 150K, 150K. And then I got up to 152K, and now I'm almost at 147. It's like I'm losing hundreds every month. I'm just losing, and I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. It's frustrating. It makes me not want to do it. When your channel's not growing, it's going the opposite direction. That's a problem. My YouTube channel grew pretty good over the years, and then in the last probably 2 or 3 years, it's been very, very stagnant. In fact, if you guys noticed, I used to have 181,000 followers on my YouTube channel, and it's not that anymore. So yeah, it's when I see that, it's like it's still a lot of people, but it's when I put up a video and less than 1% see it. Now I know some of those are probably dead accounts, and some of those people don't watch, are not on those channels anymore. But literally less than 1% watch the videos, and that's even when I like promoted over on my Instagram and my Facebook, and then live streams like this. So I just wanted to come out and tell you guys I have a new video up. Yeah. So anyway, that video was pretty intense, the Gordon Ramsay video, and yeah. So a couple things. So I've seen a few different people say different things about it. The ingredient list is very long. It's very intense. It's probably the most intense recipe that I put together. It's the most expensive recipe I put together, and it's the longest recipe I put together. Now, some people are thinking that Gordon Ramsay, I've heard people saying that they think that Gordon Ramsay was trolling vegans by doing this. I have a different thought. I think that you can find so many different vegan things, very simple vegan things out there that you can make. I think what he's doing was he gave us a very fine dining recipe from his expertise. And I think that, I've seen some people say bad things about it, but hey, I made it and it looked great, and it didn't taste didn't taste like steak, because eggplant is not steak. Although I haven't had steak in over 31 years. But I got to say, it was one of the most delicious things I've ever had. It had a lot of butter in it, and I would probably never make it again. I might make some variations of it and not maybe follow everything that he did, but make my own quicker version of something, maybe a healthier version of something. But it was one of the most delicious things I've ever had. And yeah, I think he gave vegans like a serious recipe. Like, hey, you want a professional chef's recipe, one of the best in the world? Here it is. Boom. He did it. So I don't think he trolled us. I think he gave us something pretty amazing. It's expensive. Not everybody's going to be able to make this. But if you have one time to try it, maybe in your life, to make it, go for it. It takes a long time. And his recipe is like, what I'm better visually, so like I made the video for you guys. If you guys want to make it, just follow the video. It's every step of the way. I show you how to do it. He's got all of the steps written out for you. He's got a video too, but it's only like 2 minutes. It doesn't tell everything to do. It just kind of like shows some of the things that he does. But yeah, it's pretty intense. Yeah, Instagram is weird like that. I put up my first reel. Usually when I put up a reel, like I put up video or something, a quick little video clip, and I got like 25,000 likes on it, views on it. And then I put up my first reel. I'm thinking, okay, yeah, this is I've got like 150,000 followers. It's gonna get a couple thousand at least. It got like 180. It was like I almost wanted to delete it. But I was promoting my friend's cookbook. I don't even know if she saw it. Weird stuff. And by the way, I know I'm not one of those people that's like, oh my God, I didn't get enough likes. What am I gonna do with my? That's not the point. The point is when you have like a business like this and you grew it and then it starts to fall. It's like, what? I'm not growing anymore. I'm only falling apart. There's like no interaction anymore, and it's like that's your business. If you see me on my personal Instagram, well, that's pretty much doing the same thing, and I barely post there anymore. I really don't care about whatever. But when it's your business, you don't want your business to like start to lose. Like it's like losing so many followers. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's anything that I did. I don't know if I have no idea. I don't know the algorithm. I don't know if they're purposely unfollowing, if Instagram is making them unfollow. It's weird. I don't know. Because at one point at my best, this is like years ago, I was getting like 100 subs per day, like maybe 1,000 a week sometimes. And then it just, now it's like I lose every day. I lose some, and that goes for Facebook too. I lose 20 to 30 on Facebook every day. I was at 110,000 on Facebook years ago, and now it's like, I don't know, around 100. So yeah, still not really a good feeling. Like everybody else is trying to grow their channels, and mine are just like going down and down. I'm like, well, how long is it going to take before I'm at 0? At least I'll probably still have you guys. Yeah. Yeah, Gordon Ramsay made a few different things vegan. I heard he also made like a Wellington over Veganuary, vegan Wellington. I don't know. It's good when somebody like that does it, whether you like them or you don't like them. And some other people were saying, like he said, like really bad things about vegans and stuff, and that is true. But I think that over the years, his views on veganism has changed a lot. Stacy, you subscribed and you clicked all notifications for 100 channels, and you only get about 15. Yeah, it's the algorithm. It's not showing people a lot of the content that they subscribe to. Yeah, maybe it. I mean, I'm hoping that maybe it's. Well, no, that's not the case either. But it's a gradual, like it waits to see how many you get, and then it'll give it to another block of people, and then another, and then another, and throughout, like the if it does well in the first couple days, then it'll give it to more people. But if it doesn't, then it won't. And unfortunately, I know my videos enough to know that this one kind of bombed. The videos of mine that have done good in the past got like close to 10,000 views in the first day, and that is something I haven't seen in a long time. So yeah. What about vegan coaching? Trini, that's something that I've always thought about, but like honestly, I don't even really know how to go about it. I don't know what to. I don't know. I've never. I mean, I probably have the expertise to do it. Anybody that's reached out to me, I've pretty much coached them for free. So that maybe that's something that I can. I don't even know what to charge or how to set that up. But I will say that I bought Dogecoin last year when it was at 0.003 cents. Yep. That was out of the blue. Um, yeah, vegan coaching. Yeah, that's something that I'd have to look into. I would totally do vegan coaching because guess what? That's what I know. That's what I've lived over most of my life was being vegan. So it's very easy for me to talk about it, help people out. A vegan donut shop. That would be fun. That would be fun until you wake up every morning at 4 a.m. to make donuts. Oh, imagine if you owned a vegan donut shop, but you ate so healthy that you wouldn't eat any of them, but you had to like tempt yourself and make them every day, and then go for a run, and then eat like some nice Whole Foods, and that would be like living a nightmare every day, right? I don't know. Would anybody even want to be like if I was a vegan coach? Is there anybody that would even need that? I think most of you guys here are probably already vegan, right? a sliding scale depending on. That's pretty much what I do anyway with sponsors and stuff. Like, I hate telling people rates because you never know if they're like, oh, that's way too much, or like, oh, okay, yeah, fine, I was thinking more, but so you never know. And here's like, I mean, and like, I guess this might hurt me or not, but if anybody's watching, probably nobody, so I'll just say it. When companies come at me and they they want me to work with them, and then I say, okay, well, this is my price, and then they give me like a lower price. I usually do it because I'm just grateful that I can like make a video and get paid from a company, and I'm more than likely to like promote them even more than I said I would in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll post a few more here and a few more there, and I'll put that video up, and I'll work with them, later on. But when I have somebody that, and lately I have had companies that say, I've had a couple that say they were going to pay me and they never paid me. Even when like, I'm like, hey, just a reminder, and then they never did. And I already did the work for them. So it's like, hey, I made a video for you guys and stuff. And believe me, I won't ever make a video and say something good about a product or anything if I don't like it. So I got to like the product first. And if I don't, or if I don't know, I might just post the product and say, what do you guys think of this new product? Because, maybe you guys like stuff that I don't like. So I always want to put products out there, but I'm not going to give you my seal of approval unless I actually do it. So I would never lie about a product or anything. What? Carol Baskin was online talking about investing. She followed me. Carol Baskin online talking how to kill your husband and bury him out back. Okay. Carol Baskin. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Clubhouse. It's just like talking on the phone all day. Like, I'm a video guy. What was I saying? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, when companies like when I say, yeah, I'll do this or that, and then they're like, they don't wanna, they don't want to compensate at all. They're like, oh, we just want to give you our product. I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? Like that's not gonna pay my bills. Like you want me to go ahead and make a video, and then you just want to give me the product. Like like what if I don't even want your product? I don't know. I used to be like, oh wow, like when I first started the channel, but then not really anymore because you need to pay bills and stuff. So I can't waste time like doing all that with companies that I know. Like, I mean, if it's a little company, that's one thing. But if they're big companies that they don't want to, then that's like what like you guys are making millions, and like I'm gonna promote your stuff and make you more money, and you don't want to give even a percent to me. So it's like, why would I want to work with you like that? And usually I don't anymore. And then that turns me off from wanting to ever promote the product. So it's the companies that like, even if they can pay just a little bit, it's like, oh, well, thanks for, helping me out. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to go the extra mile. Where some people won't do that. I don't know. Maybe I'm stubborn like that. Or maybe shallow. I don't know. I've been playing a lot of chess. I do have a lawyer. He's actually one of my friends. He owns a farm sanctuary. We kind of work mutually. Like I do a bunch of things for him, and then he'll like help me out here and there, just give me like friend advice kind of thing. Um, but yeah, if I need if I need like other lawyer stuff, he like has other friends he can put me in touch with. But yeah, there's been people that have tried to copy my vegan zombie cookbook thing, and I had to get a lawyer there, or at least he had to write a letter to them and stuff like that. Do a vegan Airbnb. Well, you know what I was thinking about is I was actually thinking about selling my house because it's worth way more than when I bought it for, and the houses are going for a lot right now. So if I sold that, I was thinking if I sold this, I'd pay it off, and then I'd have enough money left over to get a new one, put a down payment on a new one, and then maybe even another one where I could rent that out, maybe a rental. But then again, so this was what I've been really looking at, this like a real estate thing. And I don't know if any of you do this, but this is an honest question. And I know because I've asked, I got into some chat groups with some people online that seem to be doing really well at doing this, and I asked the question and they just kind of shrugged it off. But I think it's easy to shrug it off when you have like a ton of properties and it's not a big deal. But what happens when it's like just like somebody that just bought their first property to rent out, and then the people don't pay the mortgage because of pandemic relief, and technically you can't do anything about it, so you still have to pay the mortgage for the house, but they're not paying you. Like, what do you do in a situation like that? That's what scares me, that if I got a house to rent out and that would be my income, and then they weren't able to pay, then what do I do? Like, that's kind of scary. When you have a ton of property, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, one of them's not paying, big deal. But when you only have one, like, that's something that's prevented me from doing this. And I even have a friend that isn't getting paid from one of their tenants. Yeah, that's true. A lot of big companies are buying up a lot of property right now. A lot of foreclosures going on too. Um, what else? I think that's about it. So if I click something over here. I guess if do you guys want to do the guessing game? We could do the guessing game. Well, I know Craig's into it too, so I'm googling stuff right now because like I don't want to, like, I don't have anything prepared, but we could do the guessing game. Why don't we do that? All right, let's do the guessing game. We'll do the movie guessing game like we used to. Not the trivia one, but you love all the wrong answers. Okay. Okay, so the guessing game, we're gonna close the video out with this. So I'm gonna think of either an actor or a movie, and you guys are gonna guess. You're gonna ask questions to get me to say yes or no. Don't just blurt out movies or actors until you have enough information where you think you might know, because it's not fun when you do that. When people just blurt out movies, it's like a random guess. It's like, well, that's no fun. It's like, oh yeah, you got it, but that was just a random guess with no information. So you ask like, okay, is this a movie from like the 70s or 80s, like that kind of thing, and I'll say yes or no. Does it have a real person in it or a character, or like, that kind of thing? Is the person alive or dead? Is the person male or female? Like that kind of thing. Is it action, thriller? That kind. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So you ask the questions, and I'll provide the movie. So I'm looking at one right now. I'm thinking of a movie, so I'll give you guys that. I'm thinking of a movie. So you guys start the guessing. Let the guessing commence. Welcome, Stacy. Glad you could make it. We're right at the end now. We're gonna do the guessing game. If anybody wants to play, go ahead. I don't know if there's a little bit of a delay here, but not a horror movie. Yes, it's an 80s movie. It's not sci-fi. It's not a comedy. I can't say like exact things. You can't ask what. You just gotta say, is it this or that? I can only answer yes, no. Not a drama. Nope. Family film? Yeah, you could watch it with the family, yeah. I didn't watch it with my family. Was it a successful film? Good question. Yes, it was a very successful film. In fact, I think everybody knows of this movie. Maybe not this new generation, but I think everybody else would know it. Does it have Brad Pitt in it? No. Adventure? Yes. Action adventure. Yes, Stacy. Action and adventure. No, no Tom Hanks, unless maybe he was a little kid in the background. No. Cynthia, thank you for that super chat. You have many good ideas. Hopefully, a good one sticks. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate the super chat. No, no to Drew Barrymore. Hey, Caustic, tell me how you came to that answer. Because yes, it does have Harrison Ford, and it is the Raiders of the Lost Ark. You are correct. That was a good one. How did you get that? That was a good one. Yes, Raiders of the Lost Ark came out 1981. Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford. You guys got it. Vegan35 said Harrison Ford, but Caustic said Raiders of the Lost Ark first. That's pretty good. Very, very, very good. You guys can't see my screen through my eyes, can you? Like I'm looking at it. Wait, I said action and adventure, and you guys are watching it right now. Tell me you're not watching it right now. Like right now, you're watching Raiders of the Lost Ark. If that's the case, that the coincidence there is that's just brutal. That's crazy. Like I need to turn this off right now and go get some tea. Oh, you watched it last week. Okay. Well, that's amazing. That's amazing that you got it, and that was the movie that the first one I thought of. Wow, synchronicity at its best, right there. Um, do you want me to tell you of a weird synchronicity that I mean I get them all the time, but this one was just pretty crazy. I was listening to a podcast. This is 2 days ago. I was listening to a podcast, and then I was scrolling through Facebook, and I looked at a picture that my friend posted. And as I was looking at the picture to see what it was, the person in the podcast said something like, "It's kind of like when lightning strikes," and the picture was lightning striking a rod. So as I looked at this picture, the guy in the video in the podcast said, "As lightning strikes," and I was like, "Boom!" Turn the computer off and go clean the house. I don't know, but I didn't clean the house, but that was pretty crazy. I get them all the time, but that was just like, who else gets those kind of synchronicities? Yeah, it could have been. It could have been a couple different Indiana Jones in the '80s, but you picked the right one. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Go buy a lottery ticket. I hope I already did with that Dogecoin. All right, let's try to find another movie. Um, all right, I got another movie. Should I do the movie or should I do? Yeah, let's do another movie. Okay. So I got it. You hadn't heard the word trench rot in years, then you heard it 3 times in a week. Well, let's see if I hear that now because I don't think I've ever heard that. Okay, so Linda, no, it's not a horror movie. It's not in the '90s. See, I got that blurry background because I'm using Craig's lens. It's a nice lens. No, it's not a rom-com. It's not in the 2000s. I think there's a little bit of a lag here because I'm not seeing anything come up. Okay, Sarah, no, it's not in the 70s. It's not drama. It's not comedy. I think it could be multiple different genres though. You like the background? Thanks. Yeah. I did that bokeh effect to really blur the depth of field in this one. So if I went back like this, I'd be blurry. And then it would focus. And now the background focuses. I mean, background goes out of focus. Caustic, yes, you're right again. It is sci-fi 80s. Okay, so you're thinking of a sci-fi-ish movie, sci-fi action kind of thing. Made in the 80s. Actually, yeah. Released in the 80s. There's no Tom Cruise in this one. Nope, it's not Blade Runner. Maybe I'll think of a character or an actor for the next one. No. Keep thinking of questions before. I don't think you got enough to guess this at this point. E.T. was 1982, June 11th. Sigourney Weaver is not in it. Not Back to the Future. There's so many other questions. Yes, it was very, very popular. I was too young to know that if it won any Oscars. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it is the lead male or female. The main lead is male, but there's a lead female as well, but I think the main one is male. Is it in space or Earth? It's not on Earth. Well, okay, so I'm just playing this game with Caustic because Caustic, it's The Empire Strikes Back. Yes. And out of the Star Wars ones, you picked the right one. Yeah, Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. There were aliens. Some good other guesses there too. All right, so what are we gonna do now? Let me see. I'm gonna think of an actor this time. All right. I'm gonna try to do something a little different here. Okay, so I'm thinking of an actor. Go. British male? No. Actually, I should bring the actor up so I know more about them. You guys are like, I heard how many keystrokes you made, so I know who it is. Let's see. Okay, so no, not British. Are they alive? Yes, they're still alive. An actor still popular? Yes, Linda still popular. Stacy female? No. Dark hair? Yeah, dark hair. Brown hair? Brownish, probably brownish at one point. At one point. Still alive. Not in his 40s. Were they in a movie recently? Yeah, actually they were. First name Tom? No. In their 80s? No. Known for comedy? No. Was the movie Murder Mystery the recent one? No, it wasn't. I want to say something funny after that, but I would give it away. Or I would give you a major clue. That's weird that you asked if he was in Knives Out because I was just thinking of that in my brain, Knives Out. A very well-known actor. It's what kind of film I'm looking for? I had to go back through there because I forgot the cast of Knives Out. No, he's not in Knives Out. Very well-known actor. Is the most recent movie a comedy? No. Sarah, yes, he's American. Drama actor? Um, mm, yeah, I think he's been in some dramas. Not De Niro. I thought of this actor because I was looking at an 80s movie that I like. But yeah, he's still acting today. Do you want me to give you guys some hints? I don't think anyone's. I think everybody stopped guessing here. No, not walking. What kind of let's see. His wife is also famous. And the movie that I was looking at where I thought of him was a horror movie. It was a sci-fi horror movie. One of the most recent movies. I don't know if it was the most recent, but it's the last one I saw him in was. I mean, this is gonna give it away. So you guys ready? It was it was like it wasn't a murder mystery if you're talking about Santa Claus, but I think I just gave it away. I wanted to say that when you said that. All right, I'm waiting. I gave you guys enough clues. You guys have to get this. And if you can also guess the movie that I thought of him with, that'd be even a more of a bonus. Maybe Caustic will get that one. Still no idea? Oh, wow. I thought I gave it away. Do we not have this one? Um. All right. Well, the movie the 80s movie that I was thinking of was a horror sci-fi that took place in I think Antarctica, or a frigid, not Tim Allen. Um, it was an 80s horror, and he was the main guy in it. He was also in a Santa Claus movie. There we go, Kurt Russell. Can you say the movie that I was thinking of at the beat where I thought of him? Kurt Russell played Santa Claus in the latest. It was actually a good movie. What was it called? Um, there we go. The Thing was the movie that I was. Yeah, that was the movie. But what is the most recent? The Christmas Chronicles. Yeah, he was Santa Claus, and Goldie Hawn was Mrs. Claus. I don't know. Do you guys want to do any more? I feel like that one, like, I was losing your interest. Maybe we can go back here. That one, I guess, was a little bit harder. I think Costa got all of them, right? Um. Okay, let's do one more, okay? Your wife hates playing Seen It with you? All right, so I'm thinking of another actor. Let's see if Costa gets this one too. Caustic's going to get it. Have a good night, Dom. This actor is still alive. Uh, Stacy, yes, female. 40s, yeah, 40s. Not in the. She's in her 40s, yes. I should probably bring her up just so I can see everything about her. Oh, see, I screwed it up now. So now you don't know what I'm typing. There we go. Let auto go in there, and yeah, because she's like close to my age. She's actually like almost a year older than me. Okay, here we go. Dark hair, no. Oscar winner, I don't know these things. I don't know any Oscar things. I don't really know. I don't know. I don't even know where to look that up. Oscar winner. Is she an Oscar winner? She might be. I'm skimming right now to see if I don't know. She might be. I don't know. Sorry. Um, yeah, so she's in her 40s. Is she very popular? She's pretty popular, yeah. Is she married to a famous actor? She was. I don't know. Is she married right now? No, I don't think she's married right now. Hmm. Action movies? Mm, no, she was in some, but that's not all of them. Was she a child actor? Yes. Yes, American. Um, I wouldn't say mostly comedies, but she has been in comedies. She's pretty much been in a lot of different kind of genres. Was she married to a comedian? Yeah. Stacy, yes. Drew Barrymore. I don't know what her most recent movie was. Let me. Oh, it doesn't tell on this page. I'm not sure what her most recent one was. But of course, she's little Gertie in E.T. So, good one, Stacy. Wow, she's been an active actor since she was 1 year old. When I was born, she was an actor. She's 1 year older than me. She was born in Culver City, California. Um, there's a really good restaurant that I used to go to, Sage Vegan Restaurant in Culver City. The child actor thing gave it out. Yep. Yep, she's probably one of the most known child actor. She's successful. I think of the cast of ET, she was the most successful, at least money wise. I looked all into it. Oh, you were gonna guess Gwyneth? Was she a child actor? I didn't know. Oh, Drew has a YouTube channel now. Yeah, what's it called? Oh no, maybe that's not her. Yeah, Cat's Eye. I liked that as a kid. I still like it. I haven't seen it in a long time though. I think it just hit like what 36 years old or something. Cat's Eye. Let's see, Cat's Eye. So E.T. Oh, Mad Love. I remember that with Chris O'Donnell. I saw that in the theater. She was in Scream, Ever After, and she did things with Adam Sandler, The Wedding Singer, 50 First Dates. What am I looking for? Cat's Eye. Where's Cat's Eye? She was in Firestarter too. Do you guys remember that? That was with Kurt Russell. Yeah, I feel like the chat is delayed. Maybe if I go over here, I can see. Oh, you know what? I feel like I've been missing a lot of people's. I don't see the same thing over here. Riding in Cars with Boys, Cat's Eye 1985. Yeah, this I don't know if the chat's delayed for you guys. I don't know if when you're writing if I'm responding a little bit late, but I'm responding as soon as I see it. So it might be delayed. But yeah, wasn't Cat's Eye in the late 80s, something like that? All right. Is that good? You guys want to do one more, or is you guys good for the night? Honestly, I can't tell. I had a. I'm just skimming through these movies and I'm not really seeing anyone that I want to be like, oh my god. All right, so I'm gonna click on this. Maybe I'll get an idea for another one. Oh, I remember that movie, Rad. Uh, All right, how about this movie? Okay, we're doing another movie. We'll do another movie. And just to give you guys a big hint, like I'm doing everything right now. If you guys haven't noticed, it's like been 80s themed. So this is an 80s movie. So if you're born after the 80s, sorry, you're gonna have to do a little research. The rabbit ears on my shirt look like it's cruelty free. I think I got this from the vegan vampire. The answers are here long before I respond. That's weird. All right. This one is not action or sci-fi. Tom Hanks is not in it. Yeah, sorry for the delay here. That's totally, I have no control over the internet thing going on. Although I do have like a really good internet, so it should be working, but who knows what's going on. All right, key your answers in. Let's do this. We're thinking of an 80s movie without Tom Hanks. That's all we got so far. Caustic, it is a comedy. I think this is the first comedy I've done tonight. Except for my whole show is a comedy. If you look at it that way. I'm sorry if you guys are answering and I'm not seeing it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It is. It's Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Are you kidding me? Caustic. What's going on here? It's Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Hold on a second. I feel like there you go. Just so you know I'm not lying. It's Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Wow. That makes it I feel like I got to do another one. Caustic, are you a remote viewer? Are you psychic? I feel like I got to do another one because that one was way too quick. All right, we're gonna do another one. Here we go. Winner vegan dinner. Ooh, I'm hungry. You're making me even hungrier though, because like I said, I just woke up before I started this, so I haven't eaten yet. All right, we're doing one more, another 80s movie. Let's go, Caustic. It is a comedy with a little bit of a mystery in it. Winner, tofu dinner. I almost said husband dinner because I was reading your thing. Trini says, Caustic, let's go to Vegas. Oh, you're a huge... Well, then you probably got this one, too. So far, we've got an 80s movie. It's a comedy with a little mystery. Maybe a little bit of a thriller, too. So it's a tri-genre. Does it star Brad Pitt? No Brad Pitt in this one. But I'm going with this one because of some of the answers that were thrown out in all of the other ones. So I thought this would be a fun one to do. Not Clue. Clue was a good one, right? Wasn't it? No, there's no Tim Curry in it. There's no Bruce Willis in it. Is there a murder? I almost said yes, but I don't want to give the movie away, do I? If you guys haven't seen it. Tom Hanks is in it, Sarah. Tom Hanks is in this. There's no alien in it, though. Who's gonna get this first? Can somebody beat Caustic to this? Is it big? No. You gotta be kidding me. Nobody knocks off an old man in my neighborhood and gets away with it. Well, Caustic got it. It's the Burbs. How did I know? Karen got it too, and so did Alpaca Llama. Wow. I feel like I gotta do one until Caustic doesn't get it. Do you guys? We have to do another one now. I'm seeing ones that we've already talked about, so I want to do one where we haven't talked about. I got a one that I mean, it's easy for me to think of, but maybe not everybody. But let's do it. Let's do it. I got another one. I'm gonna have to look it up though, just to see what year it was. It might not be 80s though. No, I think it was. I think it was 80s. Yeah. All right, I got one. Red Rover, let Ray go over. Good. Oh, I love the Burbs. Okay. Oh, Sarah, yeah. Yeah, it's usually more fun when people ask more questions before they get to the answer. Okay, here we go. Yes, it's not a horror movie. Ray, you're chanting. I love my neighbors. I love this neighborhood. About a 9 on the tension scale, Rube. Thanks for the game. Thanks for the super chat, Stacy. I appreciate that. All right, so is this an action? What is it? Is it considered an action? Come on, where does it say? I mean, it is kind of an action. There's action in it. Yes, action. Yeah, Caustic probably already knows it. Klopak, what is that, Slavic? But you know what I meant about the murder thing. Like, you had to think, yeah, like the twist, you didn't want to. Yes, this is in the 80s. It is 80s. Keeping the 80s theme tonight. Can you see it? Can you see it through my eyes right now? I'm looking at it. I feel like this one's going to be a little bit harder, but at the same time, it might not be. I'm sure Caustic has seen it, probably watching it right now. You know what? I'll start imitating lines from the movie. Actually, I only know one line from this movie. Just because I say it all the time. I actually haven't seen this movie in a very long time, but there's one line that I always remembered. It's not Die Hard. It's not drama. It's more action thriller. There's no Dan Aykroyd in it. No Bruce Willis. No Romance in the Stone, unfortunately. There's so many fun questions I can think of to ask, but Vibes? I've never heard of that movie. Vibes? Terminator? No, not Terminator. Ooh, Caustic got one wrong. Cyndi Lauper's not in it, no. Neither are her songs. Nope, nope. No Sharon Stone, no Mel Gibson, no aliens are in this one. I feel like this one's. I feel like most people would know this one, but maybe not. Maybe it wasn't as popular. But no Big Trouble in Little China, and no Michael Keaton. The lead is a male. All right, if nobody's gonna get it, I'll do the. You can't Google it either. Not it's not Top Gun. Is he black? No. If I give more clues, he'll get it even. Not Conan. Is there a big shark? No. Okay, so this was made in the late 80s. I'll kind of give some clues. No Google. Late 80s. Um, there's so many more questions to be asked. Okay, so here's a good one. The main star of this is no longer alive. Not Superman, but that fits what I've been saying, Karen. That would fit. Not Apocalypse Now. Movie or actor? No, I'm thinking of the movie, but the actor in it is no longer alive. It's not RoboCop. A Wrinkle in Time. Didn't that? We're thinking of an 80s movie. All right, so yeah, what is it, Caustic? If I say the line, I'm sure Caustic will get it. If you're a big movie buff, here we go. So this movie isn't, I think, as popular, but it's still. I feel like it's still pretty popular, or maybe I just saw it and I just thought it was popular. But not the main star, but another guy in this movie says, "I'll get all the sleep I need when I'm dead." There you go. There you go. If you know it, you know it. It's not Batman. It's not 007. Caustic knows it. He's got to know it. Don't Google it. Not The Thing, not Tombstone. Here, I'll give you some more clues now. Um, Somewhere in Time was good. So the guy that says that line, I think, so he's got a very distinct voice, and I think he does like commercials for like either Ford or Dodge trucks, Dodge Ram, I think. He's the voice of that, I think. One of those. He does commercials now. But yeah, he's got that voice. I'll get all the sleep on. There you go, Trini. You didn't Google that, did you? Anyway, yeah, Patrick Swayze was the actor. He died. We all know, cancer. Um, I don't know. Roadhouse, does everybody know Roadhouse? I feel like it was a popular movie. It came out in '89, so it was the end of the '80s, but still. Yeah, Sam Elliott. How about what if I tried to say quotes and stuff? Maybe somebody could know the movie if I just say quotes. I got to think of the quote though. And if I quote it and I'm like off by like a word, don't get mad at me, but like I'll try my best. Oh, I'll say most of this quote, but I'll leave the very end of it off. You guys got to guess this one. The one thing I never could. Oh, what was the word that he says? The one thing I never could. Munster or something about Santa Carla, where all the damn blank. The one thing I never could. Anyway, basically what he's saying, the one thing I never could get past in Santa Carla were all the damn blank. That was the last sentence of the movie. There we go. Lost Boys. Well, yeah, there's probably a lot. I mean, movies made in the 80s, there's probably a lot of people in those movies that aren't here anymore. I was talking about the main guy. You are my number one guy. There, that's a quote from a movie. There's a restaurant called Roadhouse with free peanuts. Hey, I'll go there for some free peanuts. Batman, there we go. Batman with Jack Nicholson. How about, do you feel in charge? You're a big guy. For you. I like that line. I like how he says it. You're a big guy. For you. I should have a soundbite for that. I'm looking for other lines from different movies. By the way, I'm trying to remember these. I'm just looking at movies and then trying to remember them. The Dark Knight Rises. We didn't do the Dracula. Let's think of some Dracula ones. Listen to them, the children of the night. What sweet music they make. Alligators in the sewers. Well, guys, this has been fun. I mean, I should probably have. I didn't know we were gonna do this. I would have prepared more things. E.T. Alligators in the sewers is Gertie at the table at E.T. How about? I really like this movie, so let's do another movie. 80s movie. Go. We'll do another one. I loved this movie as a kid. I still love it now, but it's been a while since I've seen it. I think movie night tonight definitely goes to Caustic. Oh, yeah, Dracula Dead and Loving It, right? With Leslie Nielsen. Carol Ann. You got to have John say that one. Are we thinking of an action? No, not an action. More of a family adventure comedy. I just read that. Carol Ann. Sarah, there's no Tom. I'm just gonna do a Tom Hanks one for Sarah. The next movie night can be all Tom Hanks movies. Wilson. Yeah, we're thinking of. Wow, I almost just said it. Let's see if Caustic can like wrap it up and get this one right too. Not Goonies. See, Linda's right coming out there right now, like right already Goonies. Yeah, let's try to get some questions before we just blurt out the movie. It's just more fun that way. Although yeah, Monster Squad was a great movie, but no. Um, I would say right in the middle. Right in the middle of the 80s. Right there in the middle. Like right there when I was 10. Are there aliens? Linda, there are aliens. Yes, technically there's aliens. Female lead, no. Are you kidding me? And where'd you come up with that one, Stacy? It is. Stacy B, Flight of the Navigator was my movie. I feel like there's so many good questions you could have asked, though. I mean, Pee Wee Herman was the voice of the spaceship, the little aliens on the spaceship. That was a good movie, though. I think, wasn't Sarah Jessica Parker in it, too? I think she was. She worked at the NASA place. The NASA place. Stacy's like, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna blurt it out because if I don't, Caustic's gonna get it. Yeah, definitely family friendly, mid '80s. Such a good movie. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I love time travel movies too. We got to do a movie night for time travel movies. I got to get some more recommendation for time travel movies as well. My dad made me take this home, the Final Countdown, which is an older one with Kirk Douglas, Martin Sheen. But yeah, I really like Somewhere in Time and time travel movies. Looper. I can't remember if I did see it. I don't remember if I liked it or not. I think it was okay. Did I like? I can't remember. Tenet. That was another one that my friends told me to watch, so I might stream that for movie night. I know it's like it's kind of long. The Final Countdown. Damnation Alley. I'm not familiar with that one. You've seen the movie 100 more times? Movies that I've seen over 100 times literally were probably Interview with the Vampire, Lost Boys. They're all vampire movies. And Dracula. Although Dracula is my favorite. But I didn't see it as many times as I saw Interview with the Vampire or Lost Boys. Yeah. Tenet was weird. Is it kind of like Inception-ish, kind of a little bit? Yeah. I did hear you just, it's a movie you definitely have to pay attention to. Tron, I saw the original Tron when I was little. I never really was into Tron. I don't know. Do a 90s movie trivia question? Okay. Um, let's see, 90s. I'm thinking of a movie from the 90s. Thanks, Karen, and thanks for playing the game and joining us tonight. Have a great night. Yeah, Interview with Vampire was definitely one of the best. That's why I watched it so many times. I like Dracula better, but Interview with the Vampire was like, I was obsessed with vampires, and I'm like, this is the closest I'll ever get. Like, I don't know. I was like, it came out in 94. I remember all my friends went to go see a show where this band named Limp Bizkit was playing, and I was like, no, it's opening night. Interview with the Vampire. I'm going to see it. And I didn't go with them. I went to see Interview with the Vampire. And then I went to see it 3 more times in the theater. And then I bought the VHS tape and I watched it like every day. when I lived in Florida. But yeah. All right, I'm thinking of a movie from the 90s. I don't even have to look it up. Early, middle, or late 90s. It was, I believe, let me think. Without looking it up, I think it came out, I'm going to look it up to make sure I'm not wrong, but I think it came out in 97? Let me see if I'm right. I'm right. It came out in 1997. I was trying to think where I was, and yeah. I'm ashamed to say that I snuck into the theater one of the times when I saw this a couple times, but I snuck in one of the times. I did. I'm sorry. You were a year old when an Interview with the Vampire came out. So you were born in 1993. Okay, is there a murder? No, there's no murder. It's not Seven. What's in the box? I've done that so many times. I know exactly what he's like. What was in the box? Oh, what's in the box? I can even say it just like him so I can line up his audio with my audio. Because I did a whole segment on the Vegan Zombie where I would like, what's in the box? Is this a horror movie? No, it's not a horror movie. Wait, what was 96? Oh, you're 7? Brad Pitt. No, Brad Pitt's not. We haven't done any Brad Pitt movie. Brad Pitt was in Interview with the Vampire. But Interview with the Vampire came out in 94. Everybody says Interview with a Vampire, but it's Interview with the Vampire. I've got the movie poster. And the soundtrack. Man, I was obsessed. No, this is not time travel related. This is more real life related. Tom Hanks is not in it. No Tom Hanks. Is it drama? It's not sci-fi. Is it a drama? It's a drama, right? Yeah. Hold on. Clicking on it. Yeah, I mean it's a drama. Are you kidding me? Where nobody's guessing anything, and it's already got the answer. We got Good Will Hunting. Yes, it's Good Will Hunting. Good Will Hunting. It was a good movie. Who's my favorite actor and actress? I don't think I don't know. Like I mean I think I used to have one when I was younger, but I don't know if I have. I don't think I have one. I can't think of one. Seven was 95. Seven was a good movie. Idreliner. Yeah, same here. I have I have the big movie poster downstairs. It's got Tom Cruise as Lestat, Neil Jordan. You got the Blu-ray. Yeah, that was a good guess with no real clues other than it was 1997, December 2nd. There was a few movies that came out then that I really liked. Another one that came out around the same time that I really liked was Great Expectations with Ethan Hawke. Because I just remember they were looped into one. I watched them at the same time. Oh, you just introduced your nephew to Interview with the Vampire. What'd they think? Like it? Because I've definitely, like, if you're not really into vampires, I've gone with friends to go see it a second time, and they like straight up fell asleep. It can get boring at times if you're not like, obsessed with vampires. I get it. It's a long movie, but it's so good. But you asked the wrong questions. Vampires pretending to be humans, pretending to be vampires. I want to be her. Okay, enough. Enough! Oh, Claudia. You've been a naughty. Okay, I'm bad in impressions, so I'm not going to do that. The Money Pit, The Burbs. Yeah, so many more Tom Hanks. Let me think. If I was to travel back in time, when there's so many like things I've played out in my brain what I've wanted to do, but everything from like dinosaurs to Middle Ages to when my parents were young to when I was young. But if I could only do one, I would probably go back to the day that I went to go see E.T. And I think it would be fun to like run into my parents. I don't know if this would change history or something. Maybe if I did it in like an alternate universe or whatever, and just be like, try to convince my parents that I'm their son when I'm older than they are. I think that would be fun. I always ask that question, like when I meet people. I'm like, if you could go back in time to when your parents were young, or even before you were born, or when you were first born, or something like really far back like that. Unless you're like 10 years old, that's only like a decade. But if you go back to that time and meet your parents and be like, do you think that you could convince your parents that you are their son or daughter or whatever? Do you think that they would believe you? And I've talked to my parents about this, and I feel like I could convince my dad, but not my mom. My mom would probably freak out and call the police on me. But my dad, I might be able to convince him. And he even agreed. He said, yeah, maybe. That would be hard to do, A lot of people, that would be like very unbelievable thing. Like, what if all of a sudden somebody came back to you right now and said, you're my parents? And it's like, what? Get out of here. Yeah, you're right. They don't care about the philosophical side. They only want that action horror kind of like, yeah. Like Dracula, people look past Dracula like, oh, it's like the evil monster. No, it's a fucking love story. That's what it is. Dracula's a love story. It's my favorite love story too. It's also a horror. Elements of horror. But yeah, that's what Dracula was. He renounced the cross. He renounced the God because he thought his love of his life had died. And then he was cursed forevermore to be immortal, and his personal hell and torture was to see her be reincarnated every couple hundred years and not be able to do anything about it. So yeah. Shut up, Louis. Oh my god, I feel like deja vu. I feel like we've talked about this before. Well, they were eating rats in an alley because Louis, he kept some of his human personality. He didn't want to kill anyone. He didn't want to kill anybody. So he fed off rats. Um, but Lestat was very unique. Lestat was probably my favorite because he was an exception. And I think that's why Anne Rice loved him so much, because He wasn't like the other vampires. The other vampires had a choice. They could either get the dark gift. They had that choice. So they had that choice to basically sell their soul to become what they became. But Lestat never got the choice. Well, they gave him a choice, but he didn't choose what he got. So he's not damned. He's like a unique vampire where he's not damned because he didn't want to become one. Where the other ones, they were given the choice. Like Lestat gave Louis the choice, and he's like, yes, he didn't want to die. So he became a vampire, and he's damned. But Lestat was very unique, and Marius made him. Marius was the most powerful vampire at the time, the oldest. Well, other than Akasha, but Akasha was sleeping in a tomb in a pyramid for thousands of years, so that didn't really matter. But Marius was like 800 years old, and he found Lestat, and Lestat was like a fighter. He was like a noble, and this is, I forget, like 1500s or something. He fended off a bunch of wolves in the cold winter forest for like 18 hours or something like that. I could be wrong on the exact details, but something like that. And then Marius came into his, he was in like sleeping in his bed. Marius came in there and wanted to turn him into a vampire. Marius didn't want to live anymore. Marius was old, 800 or 900 years old. He didn't want to live anymore, so he wanted to give. If he made anybody a vampire at that point, they would have had all of their power. And being such a new vampire with that power, you would have immediately become the most powerful vampire. We're talking about vampires here, in the world at that point, and that's unheard of. So he tried to make him a vampire. Lestat didn't want it, so he like literally beat Lestat to almost death. And Lestat was like, I still don't want it. So he like grabbed him and he flew up to the top of the roof and he said, you will die now if I leave you here, or you can be immortal forever. And Lestat was like, no, I don't want it. He obviously didn't say no. He'd probably like, no, and Marius made him a vampire anyway. So now Lestat's a vampire, a new vampire, and Marius doesn't really tell him anything. He just basically says, this is what you have to do. You have to sleep in the day. This is your tomb. There's a big boulder there. He says, move this out of the way. And Lestat's like, there's no way I can lift that. He goes, go ahead and try. And he does. He's like, oh my God, he's got the strength of like 10 men. He's like, he moves. He's like, you need to sleep in the coffin, and in the day you need to drink the blood. That's all he really told him. And then he said, I'm going to light myself on fire, and when I become ashes, you need to scatter these ashes all over the place so I do not come back alive. If I do, you will regret this forever. You will be in eternal pain and hell if you allow me to come back alive, because he's probably tried to do this before, and he was so powerful that even if he burnt down to ashes and they weren't scattered, he would slowly become, he's immortal. He would become a vampire again. So Lestat did it. He did what he was told, and then he was like on his own. He didn't know what to do. He had no clue, and that made him Lestat. And at one point, he found the vampires of Paris, the Paris vampires, and he could read their mind because he was so powerful, but he was so new, and they were threatened by him. So they let him into the tombs, and these vampires were around for a couple hundred years. These were older ones. And they let him deep into the tombs of Paris, and Lestat could start reading their minds. I think this, I haven't read the story in so long, but I think this is what happened. They surrounded him. They were going to kill him because he was too new, and they didn't want him to have the power he had. But to their surprise, even though he was like a new vampire, he was so powerful, and they couldn't beat him. So that's the story of Lestat. It doesn't really tell much about him in Interview with a Vampire, but he's got an amazing story behind it, and he learns on his own. But yeah, I hope I got some of that. I hope I didn't get any of that wrong. But that was from The Vampire Lestat, if you guys ever want to read that book. Probably tells more detail, but I thought it was an amazing story. You guys remember Amazing Stories by Steven Spielberg? It was like no, I'm just going off on tangents here. Magnus? Was it Magnus? Magnus Carlsen? It wasn't Marius? No, it was Marius, right? Marius from Interview with the Vampire, right? Do I got that wrong? Marius, yeah. He made Lestat. Yeah. Magnus made Lestat, but the names are similar. Magnus made Lestat? Wait, then who did Marius make? Vampire Chronicles, Marius. Well, it's been a long time, so Vampire Lestat. Are you sure? I'm trying to find it right now. Oh, it's not telling me. Marius made Armand. And Armand, I think, was 400 years old when Lestat met him. Oh, okay. So it wasn't in the book. So I'm not wrong. Marius. The book that I had that I read, it was like this book like that, about that big, about that thick, and it had like, it didn't only have the story, but it also had like illustrated comic of everything that was happening. It's like a special book for it. I don't even know if I still have it. Lestat, the history of how he was made by the powerful vampire Marius de Romulus. Yeah, Marius made him. Yeah, I couldn't get into Harry Potter. I watched the movies. I didn't really. I couldn't. I liked the scenery and everything and the concept, but I just didn't like the Harry Potter movies. You could find a link for me. But even if you do find a link for me, I'm not wrong in that at some point, at some timeline or alternate, whatever, that Marius does make Lestat. That was the story that I was telling. That was the one that I read, that I loved. But yeah, it was definitely Marius that made him. I'm reading it right now. It's exactly what I just said, the story that I just told. They changed it for the movie. I'm not recalling this from the movie. I'm recalling it from the book that I read. I wish they would make the movie The Vampire Lestat. You're listening to the first Harry Potter, and I started reading the Harry Potter book right when the movie came out, and then I was like halfway through it, and then I watched the movie, and I didn't read the books anymore. So I don't know if I should. Are the books better? I don't know. Kind of did the same thing for the Lord of the Rings too. I was reading the book. I know they left out the Tom Bombadil, the book story. Yeah, it's funny because Anne Rice was furious. She did not want Tom Cruise to be Lestat. She's like, this is not what I had in mind. Like, this is like a special character. I don't want Tom Cruise. And she did not want him. And then she saw it and she's like, oh, wow, that works. And yeah, Tom Cruise, a lot of people don't like Tom Cruise, but I think Tom Cruise did an amazing job in Interview with the Vampire. I think Antonio Banderas did. I think Kirsten Dunst and Brad Pitt. I think they were all great. Um, and Tandy Newton was in it. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Stephen Ray, that smile that he does at the end when after they killed Claudia, he's like, "We all die." I used that. My sister was looking. My sister was doing a project when she was in. I don't know if it was high school. I think when she was in high school, maybe it was college. I don't know, but she was looking for. She's like, I need 3 more quotes. Like, I need quotes like that have to do with death. And I was like, we all die. And she's like, who said it? I'm like, Stephen Ray. She's like, okay, I don't know who that is, but she's like, and then I told her, I was like, it was from Interview with the Vampire. Have I seen Peaky Blinders? I watched like 2 or 3 episodes. That's about it. Probably 6 months ago, somewhere around there. Oh yeah, playing the piano. Yep, that was a good scene. Or at the end when he's in the graveyard, Louis goes to see him. And then at the end of the movie, always at the end of the movie when Guns N' Roses come on and singing "Sympathy for the Devil," and he's like, I'm gonna give you a choice I never had. And then I'm like, all right, guys, well, it's time to go be a vampire. Man, I was always so inspired by movies. Well, also, you probably already know this, but for those of you that don't, the reporter, the interviewer from Interview with the Vampire was originally for River Phoenix, but River Phoenix died, and Christian Slater took the part, and he did a fantastic job. He donated all that money towards whatever charity, uh, because that was supposed to be River Phoenix's role. Do you like being food for the immortals? My back in the day when I had a pager, when you called my pager, it would say from the beginning of the movie, it would say, "So what do you do?" "I'm a vampire." Beep beep beep. Um, I take it you actually believe this. "We can't begin this way. Let me turn on the light." I thought vampires hate the light. No, we love it. That was cool. How'd you do that? Murder in the First. Did I see that? I don't know if I saw that. My brother met Christian Slater. Christian Slater was in Gleam the Cube, and my brother and I grew up watching that movie, and we were skateboarders. And my brother just met him like a year or two ago at work. My brother is in the Air Force, and they have a picture together, and they're going like that, like they're gleaming the cube. They were talking about it, so that's pretty cool. I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" He showed me the picture. He's like, "Look who I met." Yeah. I feel like 9 times out of 10, whenever I do a live stream, we end up talking about movies, particularly like vampire movies and stuff. Gary Oldman was amazing, and well, almost all his movies, but Dracula, I don't care. He plays the best Dracula in history ever. That's my opinion, but it's also a fact. But yeah, he plays the best Dracula ever. Um, and I'm not changing that opinion. Fact. Mm-mm. Well, I think I'm on a little tidbits of information to talk about. So, Airplane, Leslie Nielsen, role playing vampire community Discord. What? Huh? What? What's up, Cat? Welcome to the chat. Soup. You're making me hungry now, but did you know that Upton's Natural just came out with 3 new flavors, and I have one downstairs. I have the one that I have left is the Italian wedding. Haven't tried it yet, so I might try that out with some what are they? Parmesan herb little mustache crackers, like cheesy crackers. Returner. It's a good time travel movie. Returner. Returner. Let's see. Do I have a pen? I'm gonna write that down just so I don't forget it. Where can I find it? Is it on like? Oh, my stimulus check. I'll write it on there. Returner. Is it on Netflix? Returner. I didn't see that one. Time travel movies. I could watch time travel movies all that. There's just so, like, imagine going, as long as you were like had like a time machine where you'd be safe. Like you don't want to like appear somewhere where there's a building now and you're like stuck in a building. So as long as it like, calculates that kind of thing into, but anyway, going. Wouldn't it be it'd be crazy to go anywhere in time, but like in the future, to go into the future, like 10, 20, 50, 100, 1,000 years from now, what would we even find if we went like 300,000 years, and would there even be life? And if there are, like, what would it look like? Would it be much different? Would it be a lot different? Like, just, I mean, these things I can think about all day long. Or going back in time and seeing how things really happen and unfold, and just being like a little reporter in the background. Well, this is what really happened, and this is what we were told. Just like watching history unfold. I've always wanted to write a book of somebody that was immortal. I mean, that's like every vampire movie, though. But like, if you were immortal, so you'd be safe in that respect. You weren't going to age and die, and you went back in time, I don't know, 100, 200, 300, 500 years from now, Middle Ages, and then you just lived in that time and you watched history unfold. Like, that would be pretty cool. But then again, it's like, I'm in my 40s right now, and it's like, it seems like such a long time ago since I was a little kid, but at the same time it seems like the flash of an eye, the blink of an eye, the snap of a finger. But yeah, it does. Like, I mean, it seems like so long ago, but yet so fast. So yeah, it's just crazy to think. It's very profound to think about, and I often think about it for way too long. Oh, so you love the story? You never watch vampire, so you can just listen to vampire stories by me. Yeah, yeah, it would probably be scary to go into the future, like, because you wouldn't know. Imagine if you were living in 2018 or 19 and you went into the future, and now you'd be like, what happened? What is going on? Like, that would just, that's crazy too. I oh, your falafel wraps? That's not, anything sounds good right now. Anything vegan, obviously. And then again, it's not food if it's not. So yeah, I need to go eat something. I don't know what I even have. What time is it? Can I still get to the store? Another hour? I posted the pizza dough thing. That was a flashback Friday though. It might be on Prime. I do have Prime. Donnie Darko. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time though. I saw it back when it first came out. Well, there's another one that I watched. Man, what was it called? It's a long name. Is it Predestination? Is that it? If that's the one I'm thinking about, I think it also has Ethan Hawke in it, and I think I didn't really. I think I almost turned it off. I think it was like I didn't like it for the first half of the movie. I thought it was boring, and I didn't like. And then all of a sudden everything came together, and I was like, oh wow, this is nuts. So it was one of those kind of movies. Another movie I think I did that with, that it just at the very end it made the whole movie amazing, but at the beginning I was like, what? Was The Usual Suspects, which is another 90s movie. The Sound of Metal. No, I didn't see that. I want a good time travel movie, or like sci-fi, like space movie. I like those. And there's not, I don't know. I need to find, I saw that there's I don't know if it's good or not. I haven't really watched it, but the picture looks good. Has anybody seen the series The Expanse? Is it worth watching? Yeah, I've seen Requiem for a Dream. That's weird that you would say that, because I don't know why, but in my mind, when I think of Donnie Darko, for some reason I also think of Requiem for a Dream. Yeah, yeah. Give me the keys, you. Say it again in English. Yeah, I did see Looper, but I forget. Who's in Looper? I'll have to watch it again. You know what other movie I liked? Just imagine having this superpower, was Jumper. If I could have two superpowers, I would be like Wolverine, immortal, and like Jumper, because I could just teleport anywhere in the world. Boom, 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 boom. I wouldn't want to be too. I wouldn't want to be like Doctor Manhattan, because just you're too powerful. Like, it's not even you could. There's no superhero that could touch Doctor Manhattan. None. Most powerful, God, could come in and destroy everybody from Avengers. Everyone. Boom. Done. It's like they want to snap that little gem thing. They won't even be able to do it. Boom. You're done. You turn into gravy. Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis. Oh, I do very vaguely remember it now that you say that. It was a crazy kind of twist, wasn't it? It's like, pay attention. We're going for a ride. Oh, you were thinking of Jumper. Okay. The fire pots. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice in real life? It's like, hold on, I got to go to Wegmans. Click. Oops, I'm in the wrong place. I'm not invisible. I used to watch. Are you talking about Millennium with Lance Hendrickson? If you are, I used to. I bought the whole box sets. I loved that show. Oh my god! And there was that one serial killer one where that song kept playing over and over. What was it called? Blue. It was just every time I would hear that, and I think it's a Christmas song. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about if you watch Millennium. I love that show. Haven't watched it in so long, but there was that one where at the end he was like so distraught, his hair turned white. I like Lance Hendrickson. He was an alien. He's one of the few people I actually follow on like Facebook and stuff. Terminator, the ultimate time travel classic. Yeah. I think I like Terminator 2 the best. You were talking about the movie Millennium. Okay, so totally different thing. Forget everything I just said. Millennium, the movie. I have to watch Tenet 5 times to get it. At the very least twice, right? Because you kind of know. So, 12 Monkeys. I don't really remember too much about 12 Monkeys. I saw it, but it didn't make me want to watch it again. The Butterfly Effect. A very simple one that I always loved was Somewhere in Time with Jane Seymour and Christopher Reeves. I think it was 1981. right around the time he did Superman 2. Source Code. Don't think I saw Source Code. A book that I read about time travel that was like, I was never really into reading books, but I was working security for a grocery store, and I was in one of those, cars out overnight, and I was so bored. And so I had a book, and I'm like, I guess I'll start reading a book. Maybe I'll get bored by page 5. And I just got wrapped in the first page, and like I read the whole book, which was rare for me because I just didn't like reading books. What was it called? Time code? Time? Not now I'm drawing a blank. Time. Was it Time Code? Michael Crichton, I think. Time Code. Time Code. Wait. Writer, stars, chains. Time Code. Is that the one I'm thinking of? No, wait. Time. Which one am I thinking of? Time. Does anybody know? CERN is in it. Timeline. Yeah, Timeline. It's such a good book. And then the movie wasn't that good. I was so mad. I was like, oh yeah, they're making this into a movie. Timeline. Why isn't it not coming up? Timeline, 2003. Directed by Richard Donner. Yeah, that's it. The movie wasn't that good. Paul Walker was in it, Gerard Butler. But the book was good. So, there. Source Code? I don't know what Source Code was. That was a movie. Source Code. Source Code 2011. Let's see. Did I know? I don't know. I didn't see this. With Jake Gyllenhaal. Vera Farmiga. I like her. Hot Tub Time Machine. There you go. Did I? No, I never got into Dark City, no. Yeah, I remember. I saw it in the movie theater. I didn't like it. Terminator had the greatest sequels ever. You're a good guy, but we're done professionally. Oh, good for you. Oh my God, Ted. Yes. That same job that I had where I had to sit overnight at this grocery store. It was Wegmans. I had to sit, they were building a big thing on it, and I was security. So I would sit there overnight, and I had nothing to do. I brought my schoolwork there. So like I was like, hey, I'm getting basically paid to get, 4.0s in college. So I, would do all my work. And then when I was done with that, I would listen to the radio, and I found Art Bell in the late 90s. And I would listen to Art Bell every time he was on. Coast to the coast, west of the Rockies. No, west of the Rockies. And, or was it east of the Rockies? Now I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, I listened to all those great Art Bell. I remember the Y2K. I remember John Titor. Do you guys remember John Titor? If you don't know John Titor, go check it out. And read some of the stuff on your own. Read it for yourself. What else? I remember that the dude that said he worked at Area 51 and the whole thing got shut down. Yeah, Art Bell. I used to listen to it all the time. And now my dad listens to all the reruns because they're on. I guess they're on all the time. He tells me about it. But yeah, the Bill and Ted. Did I say that? Because I was about to say, it was on the tip of my tongue, the Bill and Ted. Yeah, probably my favorite talk show to listen to. Mel's Hole. No. Oh, but that is where I first heard remote viewing. The remote viewers on Art Bell. Yeah, I listened to it all. It was a huge thing, the Y2K. I remember how I'm like, oh, we're in trouble. And I saw Event Horizon with my buddy. He still talks about it. I think he was tripping when he saw it. He's like, whoa, that movie. And I'm like, dude, yeah, I mean, we went and saw it in the movie theater. Yeah, Event Horizon was great. And just thinking of a real Event Horizon is just, yeah, that's the kind of thing I think about. Like the universe, the black holes, and Event Horizons. Yeah, I know. Poor Art Bell. I was bummed when I heard about that. So now is it George Norrie? Or, I mean, because this is like 20 some years ago that I used to listen to Art Bell. It was 1998, 1999, 2000, because it was, Y2K. And I listened to him every night I would work. That was what I would look forward to, was listen to Art Bell. It was nice getting paid to listen to Art Bell. But, well, you know what? I totally don't even... How long have we been on here? 2 hours. Wow. Okay, so George Norrie hosts it now. Okay. I haven't listened to too many with him. He's good though, right? Not as good as Art. Yeah, Art Bell was the. I wish Art Bell was still around, and I wish George Romero was still around. But time changes all. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I need to. I mean, I kind of should go to the store, but who knows? I don't know. Maybe I'll play a little bit of chess or something. Anyway, go check out my new video if you haven't. It's a good recipe. Fast forward to the end if you just want to see the end result. But yeah, I did Gordon Ramsay's vegan steak dinner. So go check that out. You guys can also follow over on my Discord channel. And we have movie night over there. So if you guys are into movies, go check us out for movie night. We'll watch some movies. You got to be a subscriber to my Twitch or a patron at the $5 tier to be eligible to watch the movie night. But if you have Amazon Prime and you don't follow anybody else on Twitch, you have one free subscription every month. So you can go for free, just go follow me on Twitch and be eligible to watch a movie night with us. So go do that if you have a free sub. You can definitely do that, and it supports my channel, and at the same time we can have fun and have movie night. So I actually upgraded my Discord to more premium, so hopefully there's no cutting out, everything's clear, and I stream a movie, and we're in like a little chat room, and I just kind of give a little bit of a commentary as we watch a movie. So now that we're talking about all these movies tonight, maybe we'll pick one of those. Maybe we'll watch a time travel movie or something. Or maybe some Interview with the Vampire. That's a long movie, though. But I can definitely give some commentary on that movie. For sure. Or Dracula, which is a little bit shorter. 1791 was the year it happened. Anyway, I think that's it for tonight. I mean, honestly, I could keep talking. We could keep talking about like movies and things that blow your mind, but I think we're gonna cut this one to the end right now, and I'm gonna go make some food. So everybody have a good night. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for playing trivia game with me. And I'll see you guys later.